right, I guess this is happening. Oh my god, it snuck up on me. Just signed up on the internet and all of a sudden the mic is in hand. Give it up for all of my classmates. It's been just a wonderful journey with these people. They're fantastic. They're fantastic. And good looking group. Thank you all for being here with me on the eve of my 55th birthday. 55 and still alive. Take that, odds makers. Hey, a few people lost money on that bet. I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you are thinking he doesn't look 55, right? But there's a lot of people in here that you just know. You can hear the creakiness in my joints. You can sense the quiet desperation in my soul that led me to pick up this microphone. And you can feel the gravitational pull of my enlarged prostate. It's very big. The look on my doctor's face, I'm like, are you okay? Do you need to sit down? Anyhow. So some of you know, some of you are thinking, the superficial among you are thinking, oh, he's aging well. He doesn't look 55. It's the hair. It's not an accomplishment. It is a genetic gift from my mother, and it serves me now. But when I was a teenager, my buddies would tease me about this hair. The thing about it is that it defied gravity for most of the 80s. It would grow up, just very big. Think like early summer dandelion, yeah? And it would inspire my buddies to such witticisms as, "You look like a hedgehog." Or they would pat me on the head, "Our little chia pet." Or my favorite, "You don't have a forehead, you have a two-head," Brilliant stuff like that. Really hilarious in grade 9, but it wasn't so funny by the time we got to grade 14. Yeah, did an extra lap. My buddies, they would make fun of my hair. I love my buddies. You know what I love most about them now? They're bald! Oh, I took such joy from their male pattern baldness. I think it makes me a bad person, but I've come to terms with it. I got one buddy, Richard, he went bald to reveal a 2-inch teardrop-shaped birthmark right on the top of his head. Makes him look like a giant penis. It's delightful. Oh, it's delightful. His mother calls him Richard, but his buddies, we all call him Dick. We love to play with our dick. Mess with his head, so to speak. Anyhow, Richard and the boys will begrudgingly admit that I may not look 55, but they will be very quick to point out that I smell 55. I no longer possess that new guy smell. What I have going on now is a heady mix of Tiger Balm and stale coffee, sausage and sauerkraut, and a healthy dollop of Irish Spring, in a failed attempt to mask the involuntary flatulence. I don't tell you about that, middle age. You guys laugh and I joke about it, but you know who finds none of this funny? My teenage sons, in the car, with their girlfriends. Don't get me wrong, they think it's hilarious when they fart. Is there anything as light and innocent as a teenage fluffle? Oh, it hangs in the air like a happy song, dissipated by laughter. No, you. Oh, when that happens, I accept the challenge. Boys, that's not broken wind. This is broken wind. And when their middle-aged man gasses up the car, I'll tell you what, the laughter stops. Panic on their face as they're clawing at the down window button. But to no avail, because I am a good parent. So I have the child window safety lock on for their protection. I like to use these as teachable moments. Boys, you know the key to happiness?
Dietary fiber.
And very low expectations. My wife does not care to ride in the car with us. But she has to because we have to go where? To the hockey rink. Which one? All of them. I have 2 boys in competitive hockey, and that means I go to a lot of hockey rinks. And you know what I find in every one of these rinks? Hockey moms.
Oh, it's hockey mom? Yeah.
I love to study these magnificent creatures in their natural habitat. Have you seen these women? Cowbell in hand, waving it overhead like it's a torch at a Salem witch trial. Team colors, sexy war paint. Yeti mug in the other hand, half filled with Chardonnay. Unless it's a weeknight, in which case it's a Tim Hortons cup. Filled to the brim with White Claw. Oh, I always thought Tim Horton could make a fortune from hockey moms by making the roll-up prize a 4-liter box of Pinot. Oh, they are intense super fans. So other day, second period, my son flattens this kid. And no penalty on the play, but I hear an audible gasp from the opposing fans. So I look over, all the hockey moms are looking straight at me. I'm looking back at them with their sexy war paint, and they're looking straight into my soul, trying to murder me with their eyes, and I am terrified. And also a little turned on. So I look away, and of course this odd mix of fear and arousal makes me think of marriage. So I look at my wife, and she's got her own laser beams pointed at me. She knows I'm aroused because she has developed an early warning system so she can mentally prepare for those 3.5 magical minutes we spend together every week as stipulated in our marriage contract. So I look away from her, of course, look out onto the ice, and the kid, he's getting up, he's all wobbly, but he's off to the bench, and we all start clapping. I think to myself, should we not be reserving our applause for something other than a concussed child? When it occurs to me, we're clapping because he's getting off the ice, which means the play's about to resume, which means we can get back to doing what we do best and enjoy most, which is suiting up our precious children in armor, sending them out into the public arena to engage in mortal combat for our entertainment like the wee little gladiators that they are. Minor sports, not what you think it is. If there was any truth in it, instead of saying, "Go team," we would be shouting something like, "Thank you for allowing us to live our sad little middle-aged lives vicariously through you." But of course, you cannot put that on a t-shirt. You know what else I find in all of these hockey rinks? Hockey dads. Yeah, that's right. Most of them are great, but every team has this one wingnut. Come on, Ralph! And it's like marching around, wild-eyed and crazy hair like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Offside! Pass the puck! That kind of thing. Constantly trying to signal to the people around him that he knows the game, and if only they'd let him strap on the blades, then maybe this godforsaken team could win a game. Cross-checking? That's not cross-checking! This is cross-checking! As he shoves a grandmother holding a toddler down the concrete steps. I'll tell you what. Every now and then, the hockey authorities have to step in and segregate this guy from the rest of the population. Penalize him just like a delinquent player. Frankly, it's embarrassing. Anyhow, I'm recently back from my latest 5-game suspension. So I find myself the other day in full commentary mode, and one of the spicier hockey moms that I've been keeping my eye on, she turns to me and she says, "You sound just like Don Cherry." To which I respond, "I don't think you mean that as a compliment." To which she states flatly, "Then you're not as dumb as you look." Oh, okay, so I square up, I look her straight in the eye, and I say, "Listen, lady, I don't like your tone, and I don't think it's appropriate for you to be talking that way in public to your husband." 55 is still alive. Thank you all. Make your dreams come true. All right. Cheers.